So the first thing you'll need is grip, of course. I stock two types of grip. I have this one, which I like to call Bazinga grip, even though it has no official name, and EPDM grip. For this tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how to grip the Bazinga grip because it's a bit more challenging because it's really skinny as opposed to most grips on the market. But this method applies to any grip regardless of which one you're using. Next, the adhesive I like to use is double-sided carpet tape. It's very easy to apply and very easy to also to remove in the future if you wish to apply a different type of grip. And this is gaffer tape that I use to seal up the ends after I'm done gripping. You can either use, I think this is a 1/2 inch, or you can use 1 inch, depending on your preference. I prefer to use the 1/2 inch since gaffer tape eventually does fall off from the center point, and I find it looking neater overall. So I use 1/2 inch gaffer tape. For cutting, I like to use sharp scissors and also a sharp cutter. They come in handy at different points during this process, so you'll need both. And lastly, I like to utilize a marker to mark my spots where I'll be applying the grip. I may have forgotten to mention measuring tape. You'll definitely need that to measure off the spots you'll be applying the grip. So I like to put a meter of grip on dragon staffs. This is the dragon staff I'm building. So I will measure off 25 centimeters on both sides. I'll use my marker to measure off 25 centimeters and mark it. And I'll just mark that all the way around. And I'll do the same on the opposite side. Since this is a 1.5 meter carbon fiber bowl, I know that will give me 1 meter worth of grip, equidistant on both sides. Next would be applying your double-sided tape to your staff. There's different methods of applying adhesive before applying a grip. My personal preference is applying the double-sided tape along the entire 1 meter length of grip. That's just the way it works for me. It may not be the best way, but this is how it works for me. I find it gives me a very uniform grip at the end, and it just makes sure that the grip does not move over time from extended use. So this is around what you're after. Now you'd apply that. You don't have to apply much pressure. You just need to apply that along the entire meter that you will be gripping. So I'll just fast forward through this. So now that I've reached the end and I want to have a straight cut at the end of my gripped area, I can see here that's where I've marked the end of my grippable area. So I'll peel just a bit to know where that point is, and I'll use my marker to mark it off. I'll apply the grip back and use my cutter to cut off that piece. And if you use a nice sharp cutter, it comes off very cleanly in the end, without any mess. And that's the end of your grippable area. Now to begin gripping, what I like to do is I want to start off my grip with a clean cut. And I want to be able to know what angle I need to grip at. So what I do is I have my marker ready, and I would wrap the grip around as if I'm gripping it regularly, and just hold that in place, that point where they meet. I'd hold that in place and then mark it off, so I know that's where I'll be cutting it off. Just hold that in place Just a small mark is enough. Now you know where the ends are that need to be cut off. Once I slice that off, it gives me the angle that I'll be using to grip the entire way. Now this is again personal preference, but I like to apply no pressure at all when applying grip to my staff. And as we apply our grip, be careful to keep that first line very flat so that when it meets at the angle that you've set. If you need to blow it off and apply it again, there's no issues. And now the whole aim of applying your grip is to maintain that angle. And I find with a grip that's as skinny as Bazinga grip, it's most preferable that you don't apply any tension to it as you apply it to your staff. So all I need to do is get myself a piece of gaffer tape and seal off that end so that it does not peel off later. That's pretty much it. Now you have a gripped, perfectly nicely gripped staff. What I like to do, a little extra, is if you have any of those little bits over here that are overlapping, you want to get rid of them, I like to just pull them apart with my thumbs and then press down so that they can gap up and then come back together at a more uniform look. I do that throughout the grip to get a nice uniform look at the end.